I figure you should never really just leave things for the sake of them. Obviously, there was a lot of long-standing reasons, but ultimately, the main one was entirely musical. The situation with the guys has always been very good, with the other people in the band. I've always had a good relationship with them and still do, and I think they understand that what I want to do in terms of music is probably going to be a bit too broad to be covered by Iron Maiden. There's a lot of things in Maiden that you can't do because you're in Iron Maiden, and because we have I guess a core audience that's you know, pretty conservative about its musical tastes. You don't want to upset people for the sake of it. So I figured that it would be better for me to leave the band and go off and explore all kinds of other areas of music. The pay-per-view show that we're doing came about because a magician, an illusionist, a guy with a very warped and twisted sense of humor who lives a couple of streets away from me, which is very worrying, a guy called Simon Drake. We knew each other because, among other things, Iron Maiden had booked him to do part of his show at an album launch party. So we got to know each other and everything. And he was slated to do this pay-per-view thing in association with a rock group. And I think it was his idea to suggest to the pay-per-view people that maybe they should look at us. And of course it coincided with me leaving, and it was like, well, what a great way to go. And not being content with that, he's devised an extra special way for me to go. So Beavis and Butthead are watching. It's going to be an interesting experience, and you know, I'm going to go out and get on all the leather and all the gear and stuff and everything, and drag it all out of the archives and suit up, you know, smelly as it may be. You know, I had a great time for, you know, 11, 12 years with Maiden, and I think we cut 3 or 4 records that I think really stand up very well to the test of time, particularly the stuff like from The Number of the Beast and The Peace of Mind and things like that, and Power Slave and the live album. So I had a great time, and you know, I'm pleased to be able to leave honestly, you know, rather than have kind of people saying, you know, oh well, you know, he never told anybody he was going to quit and stuff. I mean, so we've done the tour together, like the farewell tour and stuff, and I can still go and have a beer with them and not have any problems, which is nice, you know, because it's nice to stay friends.